And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. And today, I just wanted to give y'all a life update, man. Like, I know I've been missing for a little while. I just haven't been giving updates on the semen retention. I haven't been giving updates on just, what I've been learning or things of that nature. But to give you a good update, I got my own spot. I'm in my own apartment. I feel great, man. I've been feeling great and learning new things on my journey of life. And I just realized that a lot of the problems that we go through, we put ourselves through. But before I even want to talk about any problems or any situations, I just wanted to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I'm grateful for one, to be in my own apartment, to be in my own space, to be in my own energy, to be in somewhere where I could just close myself off from the world if I feel like I want to, just get in my bag and get things going. I don't have this ear, I don't have this person in my ear, that person in my ear, or I'm not going outside and I'm not seeing a million people and being influenced to do things that I know I don't do, or just being influenced by seeing people and hearing people. And when you're around a lot of people and they talking bad about you and everybody just negatively trying to look at you in a certain light, it does affect you in some kind of way. So just being alone is like a great, powerful thing. So that's when they say like God isolates people for a reason. Believe that. Believe that. Because he isolated me. I believe he isolated me from before so I could just learn myself. Learn things that I don't like. Learn how to deal with people. Learn my flaws also. Because a lot of times we don't realize that we got little flaws that it's little things. It be the little minor things that we just need to pick up on so we could improve who we are as people, as like a quality of people too. So I just been learning a lot and going from the shelter. I've been very open with y'all, and I'm gonna continue to be very open because I'm gonna take it from where I first started to where I end off at. And I want y'all to see the whole progress, the growth, to see that it's not just linear. It's up and down. It's valleys. It's peaks and valleys to this thing. So first things first, I just want to say I'm grateful, man. I'm really grateful because I wanted this for a long time. I wanted this for a long time because I just knew that I needed to be on my own because I knew that I couldn't think straight. And the whole process of even going to the shelter, because it's like God was on my side the whole time. God was on my side the whole time. Let me, when I was in the shelter, right? A lot of people in New York, I'm from New York City. A lot of people, right, go to like dormitory shelters where it's a lot of people in one room. I swear it's like God was telling me, you need isolation. I'm going to isolate you just so you can learn and get whatever. Because now they have like hotel shelters where it's 2 people to a room or it's 3 people to a room. But I had a room where it was only 2 of us. Yo, I come there and the first night, he giving me information. He gave me some good information too, like some key information, that just things that I needed so I could get out of there faster, or I could just get what I need. Because one thing I learned too, shelter don't mean bum. A lot of people like mistake shelter for bum. Shelter mean that you need a place to stay. A bum is somebody that's not trying to be better in life at all. So don't feel ashamed if you have to go through things in life. As long as you trying and you focused and you going and you trying to move up, and you're not looking to just be stagnant, and you know that you might have to go to the shelter, you might have to go through something tough to get to the next level, go do it. And don't, the biggest thing we look at is what other people gonna say about it. This is your life. This is your life, not theirs. Create the life that you want to live, not what anybody else thinks you should be living. Let's go back to the story. I was in a shelter, and it was two of us. He gave me some great information that I definitely needed, and with that information, I just took it and just ran with it. I just kept, I was on my day, and I just made sure everything was right. My paperwork was right. Everything was good. And a week later, he left. When he left, somebody else came in. When somebody else came in, they worked overnight. So they would work overnight and go to like their girl crib or somebody, because they had a crib, but they just needed the shelter to get like apartment for themselves. Because when you go to the shelter, you can get certain paperwork and whatever the situation is. So he worked overnight. He was never there. I'm talking about, I was there it was 6-7 months. I think 6 or 7 months, one of them. For about 3 to 4 months, he was never there until he got his apartment and he left. When he left, it's like God just kept talking to me throughout the whole situation, because it was like some older guy. He came in there, and at first he kind of threw me off, and I'm very clean, like I'm tidy. I'm very tidy, especially when I was in there. I was very tidy because it's a small space, and I wanted to be clean because I don't want to be in here. It's two men. We men too. So we're not going to be two men in here and we dirty and we smelling crazy. That's not who I am. I'm not a dirty person. I'm not a person that likes to smell crazy, and I'm not going to keep myself crowded in a nasty environment. So, I just chopped it up. I told him that. I said, yo, listen, we're going to do that. Woo. But when he came in, he heard me listening, because I usually listen to like the scripture sometimes. I'll listen to like the scripture. I'll listen to the whole Proverbs book. I'll listen to Ecclesiastes. I'll listen to Psalms, just to keep me in tune with God. Because a lot of times it's like we be doing so much that we lose touch of God. And what I mean by that is, like, people get the word humble wrong. Being humble don't mean that I'm gonna be quiet, because if I be who I fully am, it makes you feel less of who you are. No, that's not humble. What being humble is knowing that I can do something wrong to you, but I don't. Being humble, it's like saying this, right? I'm a boxer. I know, or like MMA fighters. They could go out and rule the world, beat up everybody if they want to, in that manner. But they're humble enough to know that I can beat you up. So I'm not even going to beat you up. It's the same way of like just having like a good heart. It's always two choices within everything. It's always two choices. And the humble come from making the right choice for you, but also making a choice that does not put other people at risk or put other people at any type of disadvantage for your gain. Like, I'm keen and I'm open in things and I read a lot. I know how to be very manipulative if I wanted to. If I really wanted to, I could have been very manipulative. But I always knew being manipulative is not the real way to get things out of life. Being very manipulative is not the way to get things out of life. I realized that I was going about it a little bit wrong too before in the past. I used to just like know my talents, but want my words to speak for my talents. And now I realize that I gotta just let my actions show. I'm not gonna talk no more. I'm gonna let my actions show. And it's just things of that nature. Like, a lot of the words or things that we use nowadays, I feel like it's either misused or like not fully understood. And I just, so with all that being said, sometimes I just sit there and I let the gospel play. And I don't be doing nothing. I'm either writing in my book or. So like I was saying, I was in there listening to the gospel. When I was in there listening to the gospel, they not, you know, they let him in. He come in. He like, yo, my name is such and such. Very respectful dude. Very respectful. Cool dude too. So he, you know, he go lay down. He said he told me he just had surgery or whatever the situation is. He go lay down. But I'm still, I'm sitting down. I'm listening. I'm still listening to it. I ain't letting him, like, you know, some people would be like, oh, I'm not going to listen to the gospel out here and here, or I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Like, nah, I don't care about none of that. You feel me? With all that being said, right? So he wakes up the next day, and I'm getting myself ready. I wake up, I make my bed, I work out, I do my routine. Like, you get what I'm saying? My routine: workout, read a book, listen to my positive, get my mind right for the morning. And he heard that. So when I left and I came back, he chopped it up. He's like, yo, bro, like, you be listening to some good shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got my phone woo right now, but I want to, like, when you listening to it, I want to, like, can you play it out loud so I can listen to it too? I said, of course, OG, I got you. From there, when I see that he listened to shit like that, like he into the gospel, whatever the situation is, you never know what people went through. You never know who a person is, like, or who a person was, or what situation could have led that person there. Because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just, end up in bad situations. That's all I'm going to say right now. So we chopped it up, and he was telling me he from Harlem, that he's Muslim, his family Christian, and just a whole bunch of things, and we chopped it up. I was just telling him stuff, and we grew a little relationship, and he was there probably for like 3 weeks. He was there for 3 weeks. We chopping it up. We grew a little relationship. We had a little situation going on, so now we cool, we kicking it. Times where I would come in there, I'm not even going to sit here and lie, where I was like, I would get upset about something little. And then he'll be like, yo, bro, that's the devil. It's like he kept reminding me, like, yo, bro, you see who you are, bro? You don't even know who you are, bro. Like, he kept reminding me in a sense. And when he kept reminding me, I'm like, damn, did God send him to the room too? You get what I'm saying? Like, he kept reminding me, like, yo, bro, you don't even know who you are. Your light, it's the light that you shining, bro. Like, just keep going. Stop letting the devil tempt you, because that's what he do. He try to get you through your anger or certain situations. And I'm going to definitely talk about that before, we finish. And long story less long, we chop it up. He said he going to do surgery. So he leaves to go do surgery. He leaves to go do surgery after like 3 weeks. Boom. I'm in there probably for like another week and a half. And now I'm getting the process done and getting my apartment, so I'm feeling good. I'm like, ooh, I'm hype. You know what I mean? Like, I'm real hype. So I'm like, yo, let me just chill before anything. So like a week and a half passed, nobody come in there, and usually they switch out the roommate the next day. So I'm like, yo, listen, if you want to keep giving me free time to be by myself, I'm gonna take it. And I was taking it. It was good. Like, I had time to think. I had time to just be to myself, be with myself, be very present. Put down all the social media, put down what people care about me, because back in the past, I don't think I would have ever went to the shelter. So I put down what people think about me, just let go of my pride, let go of the ego, and say, you know what, how can I make money? Or how can I not even make money? It wasn't even about making money. Let me tell you that, honestly speaking. It was about just building myself in person and who I am. Building myself, really just reading, building, learning from past mistakes from other people to see where I have been messing up and doing things wrong, or how I can improve. Not even messing up and doing things wrong, just how can I improve? I'm not focused on my failures. I'm focused on what I can learn from my failures to grow. You know what I mean? So another week and a half passed. Now I'm about a month and away. Now we in like, I think we in like April. We in like April now. Yeah, we in April, early April. A new roommate. The nigga came in there, and the vibe was I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna kick it with homie, cause his vibe was just like kind of off. So I'm looking at homie, and I'm like, I pay attention now first, cause I ain't gonna lie, I always had this personality where I was very accepting. I would accept everybody because I always wanted to just like be accepted. Let me be honest with y'all. Just wanted to be accepted. But I realized that I don't care to be accepted. I never really cared to be accepted. I always accepted who I was. I just always have this heart. I always have like this heart where I just like, it's all right, it's cool. Like sometimes I know somebody not good for me, my heart, like, and I gotta like think logically before I let my heart get me into bad situations now. So he coming in, me and him, he telling me his name, whatever the situation is. I don't really rock with him like that. So I just keep it to myself. Keep to myself for the whole month. Yo, when I tell you, it's like that was the lesson right there. Cause the whole time he's snoring loud at night. I'm not barking, but I got a couple nights and I tapped him. I'm like, yo, homie, you gonna have to figure it out. You gonna have to figure it out. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna be sleeping in here and you snore. I'm talking about I'm talking about the. Sorry to do that in your ear, but for real. So I'm like, nah, homie, we not doing this. We not doing this. I told him, like, you gotta buy sleep patches for your nose and all that. Like, we are not doing this in here. Long story less long. He do this shit. He start clearing up. You know what I mean? Like, and he was like, you could tell he was doing little things. And now that I just been peeping little things, and I know about myself, and I know about, like, I'm a man, so I know, like, we do territorial things unintentionally sometimes intentionally. Shit. And he was just trying to do territorial things in it, and I'm checking it every time. Like, he would try to like hang certain things, and but this my ego talking now. I'm correcting myself while I'm talking to y'all. But you know, it was just like, it was a little rocky, basically going towards the end. So now my aggression still got the best of me though. Towards the end. Let me tell you why. Not with my roommate though. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all a story like just happened. And if you can see it, I don't know if it's like focused enough or it's focusing on it, but I got like a little scar right here. Hopefully it's focusing that I can see it. But I went to go play basketball, right? I'm not in my hood. I'm in a different area, right? And I went there, I'm calm and shit. I'm playing regular. I'm playing, you know, I'm doing my thing, but we losing. So play on my team, he just talking, yappy. So he started going crazy. And just because I'm not talking, I think he thought I was green. No, sir. So he started coming at me. I started barking at him. Less story less long. Me and him don't get into nothing. We start getting cool after, actually. You get what I'm saying? We start getting cool after. I'm sitting on my suitcase too. That's why I keep moving and fidgeting and shit like that. But me and him end up getting cool after. But now some new cats coming in and we about to play. I'm about to be playing ball. We playing 5-on-5. But one of them is doing some wild shit. So I'm like, yo, homie, you wilding right now. What are you doing? Like, we trying to win. I'm trying to win this game. I'm not a loser, bro. I don't play basketball. I don't do nothing to lose at all. I don't do nothing to lose. I'm not gonna compete. That's one thing. I don't compete with you, but I'm not. If we playing a competitive sport, I'm not competing to lose. So we do that. I'm like, yo, I'll bust your ass. I'll play 1-on-1. So we playing 1-on-1, and it was. I'm gonna tell you that it was my fault. It was my fault. We playing 1-on-1. I did a fire move. Hit him. Boom, 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 boom. Hit him. I'm talking about everybody in the gym like, woo. So he like, yo, you did 5-6 dribbles. I'm like, yo, shut up. Right? And he like, yo, don't disrespect. And me now, like, just knowing and learning, but that was a learning experience right there. But I knew better, so I should have did better. That's what I want to say. I knew better, so I should have did better. I'm in the wrong neighborhood. I'm not in my neighborhood. Even if I wasn't in my neighborhood, I'm disrespecting somebody. He said, yo, don't disrespect him. It's in whatever tone it's in. All he said was don't disrespect him. He didn't disrespect me. He didn't do nothing that was like violating. So for me to keep on, oh, fuck out of here, and, you know, just going off and shit, This was warranted. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that it didn't escalate to where I could have like lost my life or some shit. You know, and I'm just thankful for that. So put a prayer in the air for that, and just thankful for that. Cause what if like he was going through some shit and he got his gun because he caught his friends. Let me tell you what story. Let me tell you the story. Like, let me tell you the story. So he go outside, like, we can fight, about to fight in the gym. So he go outside before me, he called his friends. Yo, I could have left. He's across the street with his friends. I could have left, son. I could have just went my way. My pride made me go across the street. You know what I mean? And they jumped me. But I deserved it. I was gonna go, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna do this, And then I really sat and think about it. And that's what, like, having time to think about you and time to think about life really would do to you. Cause the old me, I swear to God, I would have had some type of retaliation. The old me would have got some type of retaliation. I would have looked to get revenge. I would have looked to do something. Something would have happened. I'm just like, yo, it was my fault. I understood that it was avoidable. If you caused something that was avoidable, don't go looking to get revenge after you caused something that could have been avoided. Cause you put yourself in that situation. I could have walked out of there, man. And after I thought about it, I thought like, damn, what if his means was a real crash out? I don't have no weapon on me. Why am I moving like that? Yeah, I could fight. Don't get me wrong, I could fight. But I don't have no weapon. I'm not in my neighborhood. I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. I'm in their neighborhood. He could have caught any one of his crash out mans and they could have just said, you know what? Fuck this nigga, I'm clapping him. So I'm thankful for that. I feel like that was like a wake up call. Like you about to start something new and you still doing some old shit. Wake the fuck up, man. So that was that wake up call for me, and I'm thankful for it. Because it's not something, it clearly just went right away. Like it's going right away. I know y'all barely probably could see it, and I learned something from it. So it's like I took a loss, but I really took a gain. Because now, whenever I get into a situation of that nature, I'm gonna assess myself better. Don't get me wrong, if somebody's coming to me and they moving crazy with me, I'm gonna fight. We're gonna get it on. I'm not gonna stand there and stand down. But if I'm in a situation where I'm talking to somebody and I can de-escalate the situation, or I can just leave the situation alone, I'm gonna do that next time. Cause I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere in life. I am going somewhere in life. So you know what? I can't be doing that. I can't be moving how I used to move. I can't be playing with life. And that's not to say that I'm fearing death. No, I'm not scared of death. We all have to die. You're gonna die, I'm gonna die, the world, everybody in this world gonna die. It's gonna be somebody, but it's gonna be people that's born and renewed. That's how the world is, a cycle. So I'm not afraid to die. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna put myself in positions to live an unsuitable life or uncomfortable life or living a life where it's just like I'm not learning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I want to avoid the bullshit to get to the fun shit. Let's get to the fun shit now, man. Let's get to, you know what I mean? Like jumping out of airplanes, and I'm on the vlog. Next time y'all see me in these videos, I'm on the vlog in another country doing this. You know what I'm saying? So That's why I'm here just giving y'all this right now. For real, for real. That's why I'm here just giving y'all this, because I learned so much. The 3 things that I learned, I'm going to just give y'all this. The 3 things that I really learned and I feel like I'm going to take super forward with me is have more patience. Have more patience with myself. Have more patience with God. Have more patience with life. Have more patience with people. Have more patience. That's the first thing right there. The second thing is, no, the first thing really is your mind is your greatest tool. Your mind is your greatest tool. Use it. Use your brain, bro. Take time out. Learn. Learn what you like. Learn what you want to do. Do what you gotta. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't take the time out to learn themselves. To learn yourself. And I'm not saying it's going to come overnight. For some people it come faster. For some people it take longer. But I feel like it's for the majority it take a little while, and that's because it's so much you gotta undo. Why it's like you gotta, like I said this before, when you turn around, when you going down, it's like you got 2 paths, right? When you've been going down the wrong path for so long, and then you turn around to make that U-turn to start going to the right path, you gotta undo all of the bad doing that you was doing. Because the bad accumulate and the good accumulate too. So you gotta like undo all of that. All of that. And when you start getting good, it's still tough. It feels rough because you got to be doing things that you're not used to doing. Like I gave up scamming. I used to be wild, and I used to be, that was my number one money maker. I'm quite fine without it. Just gave up so much things, man, and I gave up a lot, man. But I realized that me giving it up was for a better reason. And I gave up even my ego a little, my pride. And funny to say is, people would be like, "Oh, you did, oh, word, I can't do that." Me giving that up made me feel more free. Cause me going through that situation made me know that I can go through that situation and survive and live. I can go through situations, tough situations, and make it through. And most importantly, I got God on my side, son. I got God on my side, B. God is with me. You can't tell me God not with me, man. You cannot tell me God is not with me. And I'm dead serious. So that's why I say get closer to God. Have a clean heart. Because the cleaner your heart, the harder it is for evil to touch you too. Because it's energy. Everything is energy. If you're emitting good energy, if your heart is always pure, in the right posture, if your heart is always in the right posture, you're going to emit good energy. No matter how you feel. Sometimes you can feel down, but your heart is in the right posture. Meaning, people think that if I go outside, right, and my friend asks me for a favor, but I'm killing myself to make that favor come through, I'm not doing it. If my friend say, yo, I need $20, and I need $20, and this is my last 20, I'm not giving it to him. You know why? I need it. People will do this. Give them the 20, feel bad for themselves, whatever, just so they can say, knowing that they didn't really in their heart didn't want to give it to them, so they can say that they gave it to them. That's not a good heart posture. That's because that's lying to yourself. That's not being honest with who you. That's not being honest. That's being people pleasing. It's being a people pleaser. Being honest with yourself is saying no. Learn how to say no. No is healthy. That's what I learned. And don't feel bad if they call you whatever. People gonna call you whatever. Like look at the millionaires, right? They got people that they've been feeding for years. Soon as they say no, oh, they stingy, they this, they that, they that, they this. See if you do or you don't. So it's up to you. And make the choices that feel good to you. I'm not saying go outside and go rob people, go outside and go scam the world. No, I'm telling you to have a good heart posture. What that means is be true to you. Be true to you. Somebody say, yo, you got a couple of friends that come over. You know you don't smoke. You know you don't drink. Yo, you want to drink? Just because you want to seem cool, you drinking now. Just because you want to... No. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But I know I got God with me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me check this time right here. All right, we good. We got like 9 minutes. But I know I got God with me. I know I got God with me. I know I do. So I can go through any situation with my head held high and my chest poking out. Because why? I don't fear nothing. I don't fear anything in this world. I'm not selling myself short anymore. And I know that wherever I'm going, God is right next to me. So, or he's all around me, matter of fact. He's all around everybody. But it's up to you to ask him to lead you and to actually protect you and follow you. You know what I mean? And you can't be out here doing wrong and doing super foul, putting out bad energy or negative energy or certain type of energy and thinking that you're going to get good back. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, the third thing is believe in yourself. It's only one of you, man. It's only one of you. It's you probably come back if you believe in reincarnated. Or you might think that, but you only get one shot at this, right? Why live miserable? Or why live doing shit that you know you don't want to do? Like, I know people that's super, like, when I came, I was in the shelter, right? He making good bread. I said, yo, I was talking to the program director because I was getting cool with everybody. That's one thing. I'm always going to use my brain to get cool with all the program directors. I'm tapped in now. You know what I'm saying? So, talk to the program director. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm like, yo, such and such and such. You happy? Like, you like this job? And I just looked at his face, and he was just like, he ain't give me no answers. I said, you don't like this job? He was like, it pays the bills. I said, damn, all right. Like, and I asked him another question. I'm like, yo, if you could be doing something. No, I'm lying. I ain't asking that. I was going to, but I didn't. So I'm like, why you don't? I'm like, you don't like this job? And he started laughing. He was like, you know, it pays the bills. It's good. It's good for what it is and whatever. And that made me realize that a lot of people just settle for good for what it is. A lot of people will settle for good for what it is. Like, I got this story where I almost settled. Hold on. Yeah, I got this story where I almost settled. I was probably like 4 or 5 months in, and one of the program directors, not program directors, the housing directors, he took a liking to me, and he was like, yo, so he was like, we gonna get you out of here fast, buddy. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that, man. You get what I'm saying? So he called me one day. He like, yo, bro, yo, buddy, I have an apartment I want to show you. Let's go look at it. So I said, all right, cool. Let's go look at it. And I go look at it. I hated that fucking apartment. It shouldn't. As soon as I walked in, it reminded me of a jail. Like, I looked at it, I said, and it was good too. It was two bedrooms, a kitchen, a big kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. But it just didn't, it was not for me, son. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not, like, the whole time I'm hype. At first I was hyping, like, word, I'm about to get a crib this fast. Then I felt unease. I'm like, I feel really uneasy inside. And I started thinking about it. I said, do I really want this crib, son? It was in a neighborhood that I didn't want to be in. It was a crib that I did not like. I'm like, do I want to be in this crib? I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. All night I'm thinking about it. I was up to like 12. And I sleep like 10 o'clock sometimes. But around them times I was sleeping at 10 o'clock. Every night. I was up to like 12, 1. And then I just shot him a text in the morning. I said, yo, you know, such and such. I'm very appreciative, but I can't take that apartment. I don't want that. And he was like, wow, give me a reason. I'm like, it just don't fit my soul. And he was like, why not? I'm like, it just don't. Like, it's not for me. And when I said that, I'm glad he understood it, because he was like, okay. He didn't ask me no more questions after that. It was like a simple okay. At first I thought it was sarcastic, but then I realized it was okay. It was like a simple okay. So I'm in there now. I'm like, damn. So at first I'm like, damn, son, I just made the wrong choice. Like, but I knew it wasn't a wrong choice because I knew it wasn't for me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm even if I did make the wrong choice, I'm happy that I didn't take that apartment. I didn't want to live there. It was gonna be good, fast, and to get up out of there. But no, I didn't want to live there. So now for the next week, I wasn't even thinking about apartments. I was just filling out apartment things and whatever the situation is. But filling them out, I made sure to do this too. Whenever you want something, don't settle for less. Remember that. Whenever you want something, do not settle for less. Remember that. So I'm picking out apartments that I want. If it's not something that I see that I like in a good area, in an area that I wanted it, I did not pick it. Picking out mad apartments, bro. When I'm picking out the apartments, a random apartment that I did not even hit up. I didn't even do the application for this apartment right here. I didn't do the application for this. Somebody else did. They called me, hit me with a text. Bow. I said, what apartment? So I looked. I remember I was in a corner store. I'm like, the fuck? I ain't paid no mind. I looked at the email, right? Now I look at the email. They said, oh, we looking to move forward with the house and whatever the situation is. I said, all right. So I Google an address. When I Google an address, I see the area was in. I said, oh, okay, now we talking. Because it was when I first came through this process, I kept telling myself, I want a crib either in Soho, Williamsburg, Bed-Stuy, or I'll take Harlem too, or in Queens, probably like not too far Queens, but probably like right there as soon as you get off the J line. I mean the J line by the airport. Man, I seen the area. I said, yo, look at God. And it was like a week after. And then I was reading the books. I remember I read a lot. And this one book right here. I remember reading that chapter right after. I read the chapter right after. The book said, the chapter said, if you want something in life, you will go after it and things of that nature, but less of what you want. Like, say for instance, you wanted a BMW M series, right? Some way, somehow, something like a BMW a BMW that you don't want is gonna end up in trying to be in your possession, or you could be able to get that, and you can't get what you really want at that time. Don't settle. Say, you know what? Be patient. That's why I said patience is right after, but getting your mind right is first. Patience is second. Just wait. I waited. I said, nah, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I didn't let it make it. It didn't waver me. I didn't feel less like, oh, I'm not gonna get it. No, I just say, you know what? Cool. Whatever. What's for me is for me. What's for me is for me. What's for me is for me. It's gonna come to me. And it did. I said, I looked at the area. I ain't even let nobody know. Just came down here. I came, looked at the apartment myself. And then after I looked at the apartment, that's when I let them know, and we started moving forward with the process. And I'm here. I'm here, man. This is my second day here. The first day I had to just soak it all in. You know what I mean? Like, I had to soak it all in. Pause. Like, I had to just, you know, I'm here. I'm here. So I feel good. Like, I felt good. But no, I feel good, and I learned that. I learned this new thing where I don't let myself get too hyped, because when you get too hyped about things, this is something I'm giving y'all a little gem, but I'm about to just, you know, end y'all off with this gem. When you get too hyped, you sending your body a signal that I should be super happy about when I get things, right? And whenever you go through something and you feel super sad, you sending your body another signal that whenever you go through those type of things, that you want to be sad, or when you go through. So now, right, you're gonna feel like I can't be happy unless I'm getting these things. So I learned to just be real, like, even keel with it. To let my body know. My mind know this is normal. My mind know that this is meant for me. I know that this is meant for me. But I want my body to be comfortable in knowing that this is meant for me. So of course I'm hyped. Of course I feel good. But I ain't gonna be bouncing off the walls, because I expected this. I expected this. And I expect much greater. Dead serious. I expect much greater. And y'all just gonna be with me throughout this journey, because I'm gonna keep talking, just documenting and giving updates. Like every probably like 6 months, I'll give like a life update of what I'm doing, where you know, like, not what I'm doing, because I'm not gonna ever let people know what too close to what I'm doing, but what I've learned and how I've grown and how we could grow as a community and how we can keep doing better. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, leave a comment. Congrats, man. Leave a comment. Congrats, especially if you've been here for a while. And yeah, don't feel ashamed about doing what you got to do for you, man. People will laugh at you until they see. People will like laugh at you when you making your money. Oh, you making your money like this, right? And as soon as you stop doing what's good for you to please them, and then you end up worse than them, they laughing at you. So do what's right for you. With that being said, it's your boy Daz. And I'm gonna let out a little smile, nigga. I'm gonna let out a little smile, nigga. Yeah. But that's about it. Cause this normal. Getting things is normal. Being introduced to new levels is normal. That being said, it's your boy Daz. I'm out of here. Peace.